Hi, beautiful souls. This is Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for joining me again. You returning folks will see that I've got a new setup. I am traveling this summer. Right now I'm in New York City, so the setup is new. I have a few announcements before we get into the readings. So, and the focus of the I'm going to discuss eclipse season, which is the focus of this reading. First announcement. I am staying right beneath the flight pattern to one of the local airports. And there are times when the planes go overhead and there are times when they don't. The weather pattern changed over the weekend, and so the planes started going overhead right when I was trying to get these readings out, and I thought I would wait a couple of days to see if it changed, but it hasn't. So you will hear some noise pollution overhead, and I apologize for that. I'm just going to try and do my best to stop talking as the planes go overhead and start up again when I can. So pardon the interruption. The second thing that I want to share is that these readings are going to be around the eclipse season that we're in. So eclipse season started July 23rd with the new moon in Leo this past Sunday. It's going to end September 6th, but it's going to peak on the 21st of August, which is the total solar eclipse that's happening, and that's going to span across the United States. Here comes a plane. I believe that's a Monday, August 21st, and the eclipse is going to start in the Pacific Northwest over the state of Washington, and it's going to go across the United States, more towards the northern part of the United States, and end in the mid-Atlantic. So I know it's going to hit New York City, I believe around 4 p.m.-ish on that same day. So we haven't had an eclipse go across, a solar eclipse go across the United States in that manner for quite a while. And I have a feeling, someone quoted 100 years to me. I'm not an astrologer, so I really don't know, but I know that I have been feeling the effect of eclipse season for the last week or two already. And because most of my viewers are residents of the United States, I'm going to focus this reading on the theme of the eclipses. Eclipses bring up, for many of us, those things that our soul, our spirits, and the spirit world in general is asking us to shift, to change. Usually it's those things we don't want to look at because they're too hard to answer. We are going to be put through a sieve, and those issues are going to come up, and they're going to be placed right in front of us for us to take a look at, so that we can change, so that we can move and burn off what no longer is needed and move into this new cycle, evolve really into this new cycle with less baggage from the past. And more fuel and more direction and more vision to really, start a new cycle in our lives, to begin that new project, to begin a different relationship with self, to begin whatever it is that your spiritual path is asking of you at this time. So that's what these readings are going to focus on. If you are having a difficult time, or just, a difficult time during this time, feel free to reach out to me. I am doing an event on July 30th in New York City. It's a tarot night at OK Cafe in Astoria, Queens. I'll put a link to the Facebook invite below. Please, if you're in the area, I'd love to meet you, and I'd love to give you a mini reading that day, so come on by. Or if you really need, some one-on-one time with me, click the link below and schedule a reading. I am happy to do that, especially for you all during eclipse season. I know that I've been reaching out to my personal helpers and readers and healers who work with me on the physical plane, and I'm happy to be that support system for you. Okay. Let me think if there's anything else. Happy birthday to Leos, all you Leos. I love you guys, the regal lions of the zodiac. I hope you're all having a wonderful birthday month. And I think that's it for the announcements. And without further ado, hello, Pisces. It is your turn for your eclipse season reading. This is Freya. I'm traveling, so I've got two decks that I brought with me. The Thoth deck, which is what I'll use for your main reading, and then I'm going to clarify with my Motherpeace cards. If you haven't listened to the introduction, please listen to it, because there's the middle section of the intro tells you about eclipse season and why the spread is slightly different from my usual monthly spreads. Okay, so let me just say my prayer. I ask that the white light surround us, the light of protection, understanding, and healing. I ask that my guides come through and speak clearly this day for our understanding. May all of my Pisces intentions be heard and answered. And I ask that this reading be for the highest and best of all concern. I ask this through all my teachers. What are the messages and energies for Pisces for eclipse season, July 23rd through August 23rd, 2017? I would like Pisces to have love in their lives, to be in loving relationships, to have creative work that is fulfilling, and to always be guided to their highest destiny. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Please show us the messages and energies for Pisces for eclipse month, July 23rd to August 23rd, 2017. Pisces, July 23rd to August 23rd, 2017. All right, this card wants to come. Oh, how are y'all doing? It's been an intense 2 weeks for me. I hope that you guys are faring slightly better. Okay, so the first card is the card that has brought you to the present moment, where you're standing today. The situation that's brought you to the present moment. And it's the Five of Cups. The next card is what you're being asked to let go of. And it's the Prince of Swords in the reverse. The next card is what stands in the way. And it is the Victory card. That's really interesting. Six of Wands is what's standing in the way. And the next card is the situation that's evolving as you move through eclipse month. This is the new situation that's evolving, and it's the World in reverse. And the final card is your spiritual guidance for the month. And you got the Queen of Discs. And it's funny because when I pulled this card, usually I pull it this way, but I was called to pull it this way. So it would have come up upside down and came up upright. So let's see what the Queen of Discs has to say about that. All right, Pisces. Oh, you water fish swimmers in the cosmic oceans. Let's see what the messages are for you. Let me just tune in. All right. Where you're standing and the situation that has brought you there is the Five of Cups, and it's the card of disappointment. You have been disappointed by something. You're in this place of feeling regret, feeling loss, a deep loss. In the traditional Rider-Waite decks, 3 of the cups have been upturned and their contents, the beautiful waters in the cups, have spilled, and the person is mourning the loss of those 3 cups. And the 2 cups at the top are still full, and they still have, beautiful waters to drink and to create from, but the person in the middle of all this isn't seeing the potential of those 2 cups, right? So you're standing in the place of feeling disappointment about something, feeling a sadness for some kind of loss. It's an emotional loss, and it could be so many things, What in your life resonates? When I say there's been a loss in your life, the first thing that comes to mind, that's probably what this card is about for you, okay? Now, like I said, this is a spread about eclipse season, and eclipses are all about helping us to evolve, helping us to shift, helping us to change. For that to happen, we got to be willing to do the work, right? We have to be willing to change. What you're being asked to let go of is the Prince of Swords energy. Now, in the upright, the Prince of Swords is someone who is intellectually oriented, very logical, very much about bringing his ideas to the world. When it's upside down, he's the negative of that, right? He's argumentative. He will fight for his way at whatever cost. He will not let another person into the discussion. It's his way or the highway. Okay? And what is causing you? So what I'm hearing is that's an attitude or a mindset or a habit. I mean, I'm picking up that it's a habit. It's a habit of yours that you do this, that when you see what you want and you're so focused on it that you don't let anyone else in. I'm sorry. That's not what they want me to say. 1 second. What's in the way of you letting go of that argumentative behavior or habit that you have is the desire to win. The desire to win is what's in the way. Can you let go a little bit more of this desire to win so that the negative aspect of the Prince of Swords doesn't become the poison that poisons your waters, right? 5 of Cups is sort of like poisoned waters. And in order to shift that, in order to change that, I'm hearing you really need to look at this habit of yours because it's what's poisoning the waters. I'm hearing that it's a mental pattern and habit that needs to be shifted. It feels to me like you think that the only way to win is to argue your way into winning. And what I'm hearing is that paradigm for you guys is over. It's over. Like, you don't need to argue to win any longer. You can actually win by agreement. You can actually win by listening to the other person's perspective, taking it in, not always being on the defensive. The Prince of Swords is a very defensive person. He's very like, yeah, but no. You're, almost in a knee-jerk fashion. When someone is in the Prince of Swords energy, they are not even able to take in the reality of the person who is having the conversation across from them, right? It's all about them. It's all about them. And so there's many different reasons why people become that way: past traumas, past betrayals, etc., etc. When it becomes an ingrained habit, though, which is what I'm hearing, they're asking you to shift that ingrained habit. Then it closes you off from possibility, from new possibilities. And actually, if you continue the path that you're on, which is if you don't make any changes, if you choose to, the other person's the one who needs to change, not me. If you continue down that path, you're going to come to this place, which is the completion of a cycle and you not being able to see it. What do I want to say about this? What I'm sensing is that the cycle that wants to be completed is this cycle of having to be defensive in order to win, or thinking that you have to be defensive and, swords up, fight your way in order to win. That paradigm is over. But if you continue to act that way, you won't see that it's over. You're actually in a place in life where this is who you are. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You have already won. There's no need to keep fighting, right? The Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Discs, she's got her castle, she's got her home, she's got her work, she's got her food, her physical bodies, her money, her resources. Embody this energy more. Know that you have everything you need already. Get out of the mentality that you need to do this, fight, in order to get this victory. The message is the Queen of Cups already knows that she's victorious. The Queen of Cups already knows. So the angel, every time I do a reading, I pull an angel card to sort of synthesize the message of the reading. And you got the angel of birth. Birth yourself into this new reality. See that it's already there. See that you've already won. You've already won. There's no need to fight. You're in a place in life where you've got all that you need. There's no need to do this. It actually brings you this, right? Because when people see that, people don't want to work with you. They don't want to be around you. They want to avoid you. And that's what's causing the disappointment, right? Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through the cards. They're saying, take heart. All mental patterns were learned, and all mental patterns can be unlearned. You think it's the truth. You think it's the truth. You think it's the truth because folks have reinforced that it is. But the spiritual part of you knows that we are just, there are bands of vibration, right? And here's the argumentative band of vibration. And if you just move the dial a little further up, here's the band of already knowing that you've won. And you no longer need to run this track. Does that make sense? And so they're saying, turn the dial to this because this is what you're wanting. This is the victory. You can skip over this card. You can skip over the mentality of this in order to achieve this. And this is a worthwhile thing to want to achieve, right? Victory. But remember that the victory you seek is already, it's there already. It's here. You just have to tune into it. Tune into the vibration of that victory. Feel what it feels like to have all your needs met. What does it feel like to have warm clothes, a bed to lie on at night, food in the fridge, work that is meaningful and fulfilling to you, friendships that are fulfilling and reciprocal? For some of you, I'm getting that's actually, this is a love and spirituality reading. Your friendships are maybe what need some less of this and more of this. Right? How can you embody more of the trusting, knowing Queen of Pentacles? Universe wants to birth you into a new reality. Will you allow it? Are you going to argue with the universe about this new reality? Or do you want to just accept it into your world? Right? It's a gift that they're giving you. Okay. Let me see which oracle deck wants to come for you. This one. Show us the additional messages for Pisces for the month of eclipse season, July 23rd through August 23rd, 2017. Show us the messages for Pisces. Okay. The card is making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. The card meaning says, you are making a difference in the lives of others in ways that you may not even know. Many benefit because of you. Your light radiates far and wide. Sometimes the smallest actions can have the greatest impact. Perhaps it's a smile shared with a stranger, a kindness extended to an acquaintance, or a favor done for a friend. This is akin to the story about the man who returns beached starfish to the sea. Although he knows he cannot possibly save them all, he continues his work because it makes a difference to the few that he can save. You can and will change lives. Take steps today that will make a difference in the life of another. Questions to ask yourself: how can I make a difference? Whose life is positively impacted because of me? What can I do to make even more of a difference in the world? Okay, so that is definitely Queen of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't worry about winning. What she worries about is giving. How can she give more of herself to others? How can she share of the abundance that she already has with others? There's a beautiful, maybe I'll put it in the link of your video. There's a beautiful video of this woman who was really down and out. She was, she had hit rock bottom, and she knew that the only thing that was going to keep her there was if she didn't look around to see what she could do with the life that she had. So I'll put the link below. And anyway, what I'm getting to say is that the Queen of Pentacles energy is about sharing a smile with a stranger. It's about a kindness extended to an acquaintance or a favor done for a friend. And it's definitely not this. She's definitely not argumentative. She's definitely more allowing, more trusting. Even if someone's showing her some negativity, she just kind of breathes in, breathes out, and sees the negativity for what it is, and doesn't fight fire with fire or swords with swords. Okay, so what I'm feeling for you is there's a really beautiful new chapter that wants to come in, and this is the clearing that needs to happen in order for you to really step into a new identity. The card of birth, this angel card that came through, birth is a birth of a new identity for you. It may be something that you're uncomfortable with because you've never vibrated at this vibration before. You've always vibrated here. And so this is a new identity for you. It's different. It's not the same as this. And so the challenge for you is to be done with this vibration. I hope that makes sense, Pisces. It's a beautiful reading. If you'd like one that is more personalized to your situation, please reach out. My information is below. And other than that, be well, have a wonderful eclipse season, and I'll see you next